you something. This is the law, baby. Down at the back, there's a clock on the wall. Most days I wonder if it's moving at all. Last time I was heading home, she caught the news. It's time to party out the working day blues. In your house, gonna push back some walls. In your house, I'm gonna make up some calls. Punch my ticket and let me inside. Gonna be hanging with little Bradie. In your house tonight, yeah.
What is going on? This is The Law Live Audio Wrestling.
What's the word?
This is Bradie's Re-Crap-O-Rama. That's the name that the notorious TIV gave it. Bradie's Re-Crap-O-Rama. Jesus. Alright, well, we'll roll with that. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are doing the month of November recap still. We got one more after this one. We just had the UFC from Qatar, the fight night. You can go check out the highlights from that on YouTube. There's like a 10-minute video of every finish. Shows you how many finishes there were. That's if you don't want to watch the whole thing. What's a work? Well, we're going to get into it. AEW Full Gear just happened. Survivor Series is on its way. We got one more week. We're almost at the end of November. Hope y'all are feeling good. Alright, let's get into the AEW Full Gear review. Okay. Well, AEW delivered one of the company's oddest pay-per-views to date. I know that's saying a lot because they do a lot of odd pay-per-views, or PLEs, or whatever you want to call them, special events. Coming live from Newark, New Jersey, with a card full of major twists, high drama, and semi-surprising outcomes, depending on who you ask. Samoa Joe is your world champion. Yeah, he shocked the AEW fan base when he won the world championship from Hangman Page inside of a steel cage. From Hangman Page. Hangman. The Hangman Page in a steel cage? I can't stand that empty-headed fuck, but he doesn't have the belt anymore, and that's because Hook came down and did a heel turn and joined the 9,000 Ops members. And before that, we had Chris Statlander retaining the world's championship against Mercedes Moné. Ooh, I don't know what to say about Mercedes anymore. I feel like she came into the company hot, and she's just dying out real quick. Ricochet became the national champion. Yes, they added a title called the National Championship. He won in the Casino Gauntlet match, which had everybody from Speedball Bailey to Jet Jetterson and a whole bunch of other people. Castagnoli, Claudio looked like he burnt his back out about 3 times inside of that gauntlet. It was a hard one. Lots of spots, lots of miscues, lots of bumps, lots of bruises, and lots of show-stealing moves. They pretty much did everything that you're going to see throughout the entire rest of the event in that gauntlet. But if you went for popcorn, you probably did yourself a favor. Yeah, Mark Briscoe had an emotional night. He won his first AEW singles title in a brutal no DQ fight against Kyle Fletcher. So we're going to go through that listing again. Thumbtacks, tables, barbed wire, and you can't forget blood. All of the blood. I wish they would have pulled the trigger on the Mark Briscoe thing a while ago. I feel like that kind of ran its course. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm kind of a casual watcher, so maybe I'm completely wrong, and he's got this whole Daniel Bryan thing going that I'm not seeing. FTR reclaimed the tag belts. Reclaimed the tag belts in a classic fashion versus Brodito. I actually kind of like that Brodito team. I like the ski mask slash bandana over the face look. They look like they're about to rob their opponents on their way to the ring. I do like those guys. I think they work really well together. I think if they just push those two to the moon when in the tag division, you're going to kind of reshape your tag division again. Because Jurassic Express is... We'll get into that. We had Pac versus Darby Allin. Pac looks like he ate all of the HGH. That guy is massive for being such a short dude. They beat the living shit out of each other because that's what both of those guys do. And Jon Moxley had a bloodfest submission match. I don't even know if it was a submission match, but it ended in a submission when Kyle O'Reilly beat Jon Moxley again. That's twice in a row now, right? So, yeah. I don't know. You had Kenny Omega and the Jurassic Express, Jurassic Parks, whatever the fuck they're called. Jungle Jack and Killshot. Yeah, they went against the Young Bucks and an old acquaintance of mine, Josh Alexander. Yeah, Josh. You know, I bitched for a while saying I wish Josh just would have went to the WWE, but I kind of already seen his future there. I think they would have just smashed him and Paige together. They would have been working the Hardys for the belts right now. But Josh went and got put in a, you know, in a featured kind of, he wasn't featured at first, but it looks like Josh is going to be a big part of that show going forward, so I'm happy to see that. The Elite pretty much kind of reunited / almost / didn't / did when the Young Bucks kind of went to save Kenny at the end of the match. If you've ever listened to this channel before, you know my thoughts on AEW. I think it's a lot of it is too much. Despite criticism on social media, the show's heavy reliance on violence and decisive world title finishes and title finishes and new belts here and there, it gets praised for its storytelling. I don't know how. And it gets praised for its action. I think the latter is something that maybe you can go with if that's your thing, right? If you're really into the spot stuff and you're into the blood and guts, this is definitely the show for you. The past 2 shows that they've done have been primarily focused on blood and guts. Yeah, so that was AEW's big one for November. I thought the last one, the blood and guts, was going to be even bigger, but apparently this one outdid it in terms of killing yourself. So we'll take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to preview the Survivor Series coming up, which I've been stoked for a WWE PLE all year. And there's a reason why. It's because what ends with the Survivor Series begins with the Royal Rumble. We'll take a break here on The Law, live audio wrestling. We'll be right back.
You've got your sunrise, you caught a prize, your mate and your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites, your friends and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails, your kids and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights, your girl and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
That's the sound I love. Kills lots of brain cells in a funny, happy way. It's entirely legal thanks to a loophole of the FDA.
Whether you're at a family reunion or hanging out before the show, have some Giggle Cream with everything. It'll make you talk real low.
That's the sound I love.
Giggle Cream. It makes dessert funny.
Well, hello there. We're back on The Law, live audio wrestling. Make sure you check out the other shows on this channel, not just the Re-Crap-O-Rama, Re-Crap-O-Rama, whatever Tid's calling it, Bradie's reviews. There's Steve Swift with the NXT Weekly Review. Check out Steve Swift. He's got such a cadence to him that I could never get. I can't get it. I've tried. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Steve Swift. See, I can't do it. I can't do it as lovely as Steve does. Check out the NXT Weekly Reviews, and if you can't get enough Steve there, well, you can get more Steve with the Bees of Boxing, with the notorious TID and Steve Swift as they review the entire world of combat sports boxing. Yeah, boxing. They talk about it all. They're talking about Jake Paul right now. They're talking about Anthony Joshua. They're talking about everything. Okay, well, speaking of talking, we're going to talk about the Survivor Series. You know, the Survivor Series means that the end of the WWE year is upon us. They're usually, they put out some sort of, they'll probably put out 4 NXT events from here to the end of the year, but when it comes to one big giant PLE to end the year out, Survivor Series is one of the big 4. All right, you got the Rumble, you got WrestleMania, you got SummerSlam, and you got Survivor Series. I remember the first Survivor Series, which you can catch all of the replays of the Survivor Series pretty much up to now at the WWE Vault on YouTube. Look at me plugging YouTube again. Beginning of the show and the middle of the show. I should be having commercials for YouTube. You can check that all out. But Andre and Bam Bam and Hogan in the first one, good. That's good stuff. Good stuff. You can also watch the full Screwjob match, which I think is the first time they've released that on YouTube recently. Alright, well, we got a new Survivor Series coming up, and guess what? It's got some steel involved. When War Games comes to Petco Park in San Diego, it's an outdoor event. Well, it's an outdoor stadium. I don't know if they're going to keep the roof open. I know San Diego's a little bit warmer than Ontario, where I'm recording this now outside of Toronto, but I don't know how warm it's going to be that night. So they've only announced a few matches. We've got one more week. I'm assuming we're going to get more dumped on us throughout the week here, but WWE has confirmed both men's and women's War Game matches. On the men's side, the team of CM Punk, the recently beat up Cody Rhodes, if you've been watching their product, the tag team of the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and Roman Reigns. They're going to enter the double cage structure for the first time together. Well, I don't know why that matters. Of course it's like the first time they're going to enter this thing together. Why is it a big plug? I don't know why WWE's making that a big thing. This is the first time they've ever entered a War Games match together. Yeah, good time for the music to switch up there, right? Okay, well, Reigns and Punk haven't really been on friendly terms, but they never have been since the whole debacle with Paul Heyman, right? And the tension between them, the Usos, Cody Rhodes, there's a lot going on here. I'm assuming that team is going to kind of break up, either cost themselves the match or they'll win the match and you'll see the fallout afterwards. That's my prediction. But they are going against a hell of a team. Yeah, we got Logan Paul. I guarantee he's going to be doing something crazy off the top of that thing. Drew McIntyre, who's the one responsible for beating up Cody on his bus again. Cody needs to get rid of that bus. There's so many things going down. Didn't the thing start on fire and he almost lost his dog? Jeez. Yeah. Well, Bronson Reed is involved in that as well, which I guarantee you're going to see a big splash. Let's hope it's not off the top. Bron Breakker, the future of pro wrestling. And Brock, the cock of the walk Lesnar. All I'm saying is there's going to be bumps and bruises by the end of that one. You're going to see someone go through the entire cage. Women's War Games matches. A.G. Lee has finally returned. I guess this is her full-time return. She's teaming with Rhea Ripley, Iyo Sky, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair. They'll be meeting a stacked team of Becky Lynch, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend, which Lash Legend is really coming into her own recently. I guarantee we're going to see some spotlight on her. For the championship match that's been announced so far, we've got the Intercontinental Championships. John Cena is defending against Dominic Mysterio in his hometown turf. Be interesting to see that. I can see a Rey Mysterio heel turn. That'd be nice. That's probably not going to happen. But I think they got to be selling merch with somebody else outside of Rey now. Maybe they should do the Rey heel turn, but it's probably not going to happen. And Nikki Bella is facing Stephanie Bakir. I don't know why Nikki Bella is on TV again. This is some depressing Kim Kardashian crying over not passing the bar exam. I don't want to see these gals. Just get them out of my face. I'll take your money and go do something on a freaking beach somewhere. That's the full card so far. Like I said, the rest of the week it's coming. We're going to see probably a couple more matches announced. The only reason why I get so excited for the Survivor Series is because whatever happens at the Survivor Series usually dictates the fate for the Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble is my favorite event of the year, maybe one of my favorite times of the year. The Royal Rumble is the greatest thing since sliced bread, the greatest invention from that weirdo creep Pat Patterson and that other weirdo creep Vince McMahon and whatever other weirdo creeps are involved in putting that idea together. But shouts out to Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the very first champion in the Royal Rumble champion in the city. It was in the city that I'm currently recording this episode. Yeah. I think it's a Cops Coliseum. Huh? Alright, well, that's been your Re-Crap-O-Rama, whatever it is called. This is the Law of Live Audio Wrestling. I am Little Bradie Wedham. Please subscribe. We'll see you soon. We're going to leave you with last week's intro because that was awesome. Wu-Tang is for the children.
What's a work?
I got two skills, this one and this one, a pair of skills.
The law.
I feel free, like I can just say what I want to do. They already call me crazy.
The law.
I'm no punk bitch. I ain't no punk bitch neither. I'm no punk bitch.
The law.
We make it look easy.
What's a work? But everybody knows the Macho Man's got game. He's on hit, and he's definitely legit. Let's go to work. The man doesn't have it anymore. He's a has-been. His ideas are antiquated. His concepts are draconian.
The world of knowledge opened up before you.
What's your work?
What you folks don't understand, what you folks don't understand is you've never been in a position like this. You've never had that kind of thing. You've never had that kind of manhood to stand up and actually clash like two titans. You don't know what it's like to come from the guts and have to go out there and prove yourself. Not for money, not for gain, just to prove a point.
What's your work?
One Bill Phil. That's because I am the one true, genuine article in a business full of counterfeit bucks.
Work.